Superman and Lois is consistently great, week on, week out. I've been praising this show from the very start. I was baffled. I couldn't believe it was so good. You guys, you would have seen my reviews. I am genuinely floored by how good it is on a week-by-week basis. There's been no overriding negative opinion that I've had of this show. Consistently great. Consistent quality, which is a miracle because it's on the CW. Their track record sucks. And DC, which don't have a great track record at the moment on their adaptations. I think we can, even if you're a DC fan, you can sort of agree to that. This, top notch. Really, really good. And today we actually figure out why. And it's all to do with, lo and behold, respecting the source material. Baffling, I know. What a strange concept. What a strange, strange concept. So, if you haven't watched any of my reviews, this is the thumbnail from today's review episode, which I'll leave linked above. Please do go and check it out. I think you guys will like it. But this is a testament, right? This is a testament on how you do adaptations. This is it. This is how you do it. And funnily enough, it's actually based on an interview from DCComics.com. Amazingly so. Which again, you look at and you think to yourself, right, okay, how have you got it so right and yet so wrong on other things? So they interviewed the executive producer, Todd Helbing, and asked him they asked him loads of questions. Loads of questions. So I'll leave it linked down below because some of it you guys might be interested in. But for the main point of this video, it's just those key structure points of how they're respecting source material that I like so much. And side note, a lot of people are going to point to Black Lex Luthor or Race Swap Lex Luthor. Just wait, watch today's episode review. It's not what you think. It's actually really smart, really good, and I like it a lot. Because that's something which a lot of people have pointed out and gone, yeah, I hate it. And it's like, should have held your horses a little bit there. Because it's not what you guys think. But here we go, right? We've only seen 5 episodes. But so far, Superman and Lois really seems to have been embraced by both hardcore and casual Superman fans alike. What do you see as the secret to the show's broad appeal? Anyone should be able to like this show. Literally anyone. Because it's just wholesome, good fun, telling just good stories, right? And he replies with, I think it's because at its heart, it's a family drama, where Clark Kent is more of a character than Superman. And he actually is more of a character than Superman. Superman is an archetype, right? He's the pinnacle of good. He's the American dream. He's the goody two-shoes. The character actually comes from Clark Kent. We should all be able to agree on that, I think, because I think that's pretty true, to be perfectly honest. And he gets it. All of this just tells me this is the executive producer to have. He gets it, and he continues further and he says that's really what it is. I think any time you get too comic book heavy, you lose people. Our whole approach is if you can ground a Superman story and find a way to tell Superman stories in that format, it can resonate. I'm just really happy that people are responding to it. Now, look, wait. I know what you're saying. You're looking at me going, Mr. H, you've lost your mind. Not only have you lost a bit of hair, but you've lost your mind. What's he saying here? You get too comic book heavy. No, I agree. I do actually agree. Comic books don't have wide appeal. They just don't. They do have their select niche. They do have their major comic book fans, right? But if you go too much in on that, you will lose people. You just do. Now, it's not to say that that's inherently bad, but he's talking about broad appeal. So remember, the key point of the actual question is, why do you think it's got such broad appeal? And that's the important factor here. And it is really broad appeal. Because that's great. Yep. Ground it. Tell stories. Tell it through the lens of Clark, but Superman's also there. Like, that's good. Happy. Really, really happy. But that's not the thing which really caught my eye. It's this one. It's this one, ladies and gents. You've made some real changes to Superman canon with Superman and Lois. I'm curious. What do you see as the things that have to stay consistent with Superman? The things that can't change? Now, admittedly, when I say, you know, stick to the source material and stuff like that, yes, they have changed some bits and pieces. But they're not actually that integral to the story. What they've changed just helps the narrative flow along. And they're fine. Those are things which you can accept. You can just go, yeah, it's fine. Not really a big deal. It's okay. And again, this is what I mean. This guy gets it. Because his reply here is, with both Superman and Lois, you just have to keep who they are at the core the same. Yeah, of course you do. You don't suddenly have a rampaging, misandrist Lois Lane running around. Why would you do that? You must keep the core of those characters exactly the same. You can't change them. You can change peripherals, not really a big deal. You can change how they structured their lives, not really a big deal. All those things are fine to help a narrative flow. But unless the characters are the same, who cares about the narrative flowing? Literally no one. So he says further, he goes, what they stand for, what their drives are. And this is, he gets it. Lois Lane has to be fearless, independent and outspoken. In our version, she needs to be a really good mother and strong partner. That's Lois Lane. If I ever did read it, right, that's Lois Lane. Clark just needs to be a good guy from a small town. He's a simple guy. That is Clark Kent. He happens to be the most powerful man in the universe. And he wants to do good and change the world. But he's a humble guy at the end of the day. He's as comfortable, or probably more comfortable, just being in his barn. I think if those core aspects are there, then we've done a good job. Yes! You've nailed it. Bravo. Bravo. You have nailed it. And just in those paragraphs, just those two answers, you have answered to me why this show is so good. How this show has managed to stay so good. Because the executive producer on the show, he just gets it. He absolutely gets it. Todd Helbing. He just gets it. He understands it. What must you do? You must do this. Yes, we can change some little bits and pieces. Yes, we can't go too heavy on comic book. You know? But yeah, we can still go into comic book stuff, because they are. You know, even today's reveal of Captain Luthor. Major comic book stuff. Loads of Easter eggs for comic book fans. But not too heavy that the main audience can't enjoy it. It works. Yes, we must keep the core values of those characters the same. We can't just randomly change them. Yes. Yes, Mr. Helbing, you get it. So let me know what you think of this down below. If you've watched it, does this answer it to you? Why this is so good? Because to me, I've been searching for the answers, and I've got them now. I've got them now. So let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, you stayed this long, guys, please do hit subscribe. You clearly liked the video. This is the type of content I produce here, along with reviews and some games and stuff like that. But yeah, please do hit subscribe. Returning subscribers, check you're still subscribed. Hit that thumbs up button. And to any and all people that are interested in cars, I've got a second channel. I'd love to have my fantastic audience over there with me. There's a link in the description box to my second channel called Car Nonsense. I've just released a video today on my rally homologation car, the Nissan Pulsar GTIR that I'm rebuilding on that channel, where I've had to install an oil catch can, and I kind of talk you through how that goes down. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching though. Take care.